Hey guys, so today I'm showing you how to make next level mac and cheese. I mean, look at those cheese strings, there is no ending. Now for this recipe we need 6 types of cheese. Let's grade them starting from left to right. First off we have some good old cheddar, which brings this buttery flavor. Next up is the Gruyer. Now this cheese is much stronger in taste and therefore brings more pep into the mac and cheese. Follow it by another Gruyer with a higher fat percentage. And as we know, fat is a flavor carrier and thus gives the dish more complexity. By the way, what do you think about the camera perspective? Write in the comments if I should film more often from such an angle. Next off we have the king of cheese, the Parmesan Reggiano. The Parmesan is more saltier and doesn't melt as good as other types of cheese, so it brings more structure to the dish. Now another Italian cheese, Mozzarella. This cheese is gluier and stretchier than other types and will help to make endless cheese strings. As it is not easy to grate it, just use a knife and cut it into chunks. Last but not least, a local cheese from my area called grey cheese. And we add it for no reason at all. I just wanna see how it works out. And there is already the first problem, that it is ungradable, so just cut it like the mozzarella. So now the cheeses are grated, let's make the bechamel sauce. Now don't be intimidated by the name. It is an easy sauce made out of butter, flour and milk. Start off by melting 50 g of butter in a pan. Add 50 grams of all-purpose flour and cook and stir constantly over medium heat for 2 minutes. Now bring in the milk divided into 4 steps. After the first milk shower, the ingredients should come up to kind of dumplings. Then bring in the second part of milk. This time you should end up with a consistency that reminds you of mashed potatoes. Now hit it with the third part. There you will come up with something that could remind you of a really thick cheese sauce. And finally the last part. At that moment you may ask why you had to add the milk little by little. Well, in this way the flour gets well incorporated into the milk and you won't have any flour pieces in there. In the end the bechamel sauce should be like that. Now make the spoon test to see if the sauce is thick enough. Ooh, perfect. Spice things up with some salt, for real foodies some nutmeg and freshly grounded pepper. Now add the bechamel sauce to your cheese selection and give it a good mix. Then take a baking tray, put in semi-cooked macaronis and cover it with your bechamel cheese sauce. Bring in the mozzarella to make it extra chewy and top it off with more Parmigiano Reggiano. Then take the baking tray and slide it into the oven at 200 degrees Celsius, of course. After 20 minutes it should be golden brown. Let it cool down for at least 10 minutes, or if you're anything like me, you don't give a damn and dig in immediately. I mean, look at that. Which psychopath will humiliate himself by waiting? If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and follow if you wanna see more food videos. I post new ones every Tuesday. Jesus Christ. This is so good.